that?
Oh, yeah.
That's all the valves, baby. All 32 of them.
Yes.
No 2-valve, no 3-valve,
Nope.
no mid-90s modular stuff. This is what it always should have been. Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. Happy 24. We've got something special for you, Craig.
Yes.
I'm Brian, by the way.
Craig.
It's Craig, if you haven't met him. We've got a freaking F-150, which we haven't had in a while. No offense to anyone, but Ford just hasn't had them in the fleet, so we went and got our own from our friends at Schottenkirk Ford in Granbury, Texas. This is not a sponsored video, but these guys always help us out. We need to get something that is specific. And also we grabbed these because they're not the maxed out trim. A lot of times you guys say, hey, cool Raptor, I can't afford that. What about something like an XLT? That's where these guys come and help us. If you're looking for a Ford, a Mopar, a Stellantis, or a Toyota product, go check these guys out. Raupe is our guy that helped us out with this one. His contact is in the information below. Now, moving on. What are we driving, Craig? Let's get to the Monroney. This is actually one of my favorite trucks we've driven in a long time, Craig. Here it is. Total price at the door is $59,965, because I know you guys are going to ask that. And right there, see that? See that? 5-liter baby. It's a Coyote and it's 4-wheel drive. And if you keep up with, you know, YouTube, these things rip.
So wait, you can get a full-size truck for less than 60 with options we want?
With good options, by the way.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and so this is an XLT series that gives you automatic climate control. This one happens to be 4-wheel drive, short bed, gives you a 10-speed transmission. And this is a 331 electronic locking rear diff, which is a $420 option. Just do that. I would actually do the 373 with this, but this is how it's spec'd.
But in our short stint, you've gotten good mileage with 331.
Yeah, we did a short highway run to get her on site from the dealer, and we got over 20 miles a gallon right at 21.
That's what that gets you.
That's what that gets you. You also get a power sliding rear window, and then this is a sport package. And this is confusing to me on the internet, so I'm gonna write it out right here. XLT Sport Appearance Package gives you the all-terrain tires. It gives you different wheels, which I think these are the best looking wheels in this truck, and a Texas badge and a bedside badge. What it doesn't tell you on that listing is that it gives you monochromatic bumpers as well.
Which looks good. I think this is way less old man spec than the XLT.
Yeah, the XLT with chrome was like, I don't know. This looks really good. I like the grille, and this is also Area 51 paint, which is originally a Bronco paint color. Boy, does it look good on the F-150. I've seen a few around, but now I'm getting close to it. I like it even more. Now, what do you get visually with the XLT Sport Package? You get, like I said, monochromatic. You get a grille that is not chrome, which I like a lot more. Of course, you get the big, bold Ford badge, but not a 360 camera on this one as spec. You do get, Craig, oh, what is this?
Trucks have those?
Yeah, Toyota talking to you. These are just really easy to use out there. And these,
what is this made out of?
Yeah, these are metal toe hooks. Oh, that's plastic, Craig.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, metal bumper.
Metal bumpers, yeah.
Wait, so this is not a lifestyle vehicle?
No, this is an actual truck. So anyways, coming around, shot, pew, 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 pew. All right, you do get headlights, they're LEDs. It's not on right now, so you can't see it, but this is the Ford C-Bar, which I like a lot. You do get a little chrome in the headlight itself, but it doesn't ruin the aesthetics. Coming around to the side, let's talk wheel and tire. It's actually the same size tire, Craig, I have on our Land Rover LR3. It's a good size tire.
These might disappear.
Sorry, Schottenkirk. Anyways, these are Goodyear Wranglers, Territory ATs, or all-terrains. Yeah, okay, if you say so. It's not a KO2 by any means. And I will say in cold weather on pavement, they are slipping quite a bit, so we're probably outside their temperature range. Now, wheel-wise, I love the machine with the black spokes in the middle. My favorite look on the F-150 outside of the Raptor.
Yeah, and I don't even like machine wheels, but those look good.
Yeah, it just works.
It's a very mild all-terrain.
Yeah, but it's quiet and well-mannered, and it gets it done. I wouldn't change this immediately. That's good. That's good praise. XLT swoop right here. I like that Ford's gone to their trim labeling right here on every F-150, whether it's an STX, whether it's an XLT, whether it's XL, whatever, King Ranch, all that stuff.
Functional?
Yes, functional, actually is. Not a painted mirror cap. I'm okay with it. You do get spotlights on this one, optional extra. All right, on to my favorite feature on all Fords, Craig, is this keypad lock. You push the bottom to it, it just locks. You can personalize your keypad in there, boop, 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 boop. Leave your keys in it when you're going hiking or fishing. That's the move. Down below, you have a side step. Look at that, Craig. Also, that side step is not intrusive. I'm a big fan of it. It is out, but you don't necessarily knock your calf off every time you get in the cab. That's a good move. Happy with that. Next most important thing on a truck is the caplessness. Good job. GM and Ford both have got this figured out. And I want to point something else out. Look at this right here. E85 friendly from the factory. Ford now sells these with fuel components that are friendly with E85. All you guys are going to tune this. You're going to appreciate that. That power rating is going to jump quite a bit with that. Range might go down. That's okay. Out back, traditional leaf springs. One of the downsides of the current 150 is they don't have coils yet, unless you step up to the Raptor. But that's okay. It still rides well and it's calibrated well. Fully boxed frame. Also, Sport Package gives you the flag on the side that says support and 4x4. Gotta let people know that you're just a little bit special. That's what that's there for. Taillights. look, they're fine. They're not LED, but I'm okay with it, no complaints. Back here, you got your TX badge.
Yes.
I'm happy with that. And then towing, obviously, you've got your 7 and your 4-way flat. There's that right here. 2-inch receiver. This thing tows up to, I believe it was 9,400 pounds. I'll drop it on the screen, I'll verify. That's pretty good. You do get backup sensors and a backup camera on this one. You have 2 backup cameras right there and then the handle up there. Most importantly, let's see what it sounds like. All right, that's why you don't get the EcoBoost. Let's check that power plant out at the front. All right, boys and girls, the reason why we picked this truck in the first place is the Coyote, because everything else is EcoBoost these days. Look at that beast right there. It's a blast from the past. This feels like the motor that the Coyote or the Mustang always wanted in the 2000s and the 90s. I'm glad it's here, and I'm glad it's in this truck because it sounds like freaking NASCAR. The other good news is the intake sounds like it's a Kohler intake from the factory. It's wild. It sounds so good. We'll get some more audio on that later. Something I want to point out here.
Oh, look, and it says V8 right here on the intake.
Oh, just so you know, not to be confused with the EcoBoost, boys. Power-wise, you're dealing with 400 horsepower, 410 foot-pounds of torque, and it redlines at about 6,800 on my shifts, paired to the 10-speed, which is, look, they've been bad in the past. They're good now. The calibration is really good, and they're incredibly tunable. You kind of get everything. You've got twin independent variable valve timing and the 10-speed, mileage and performance. What's not to love? Let's check out the interior.
There's not very many naturally aspirated V8s left. Get them while you can,
yep.
And they've basically perfected it.
Oh, and by the way, RAM is giving up on this too, unless you get the classic RAM, which is 15 years old. So,
all right, Brian, let's check out the bed and the interior of this F-150. And yes, like Brian said earlier, we finally get an F-150 that's not completely loaded. For just under 60 grand, you get a lot of truck here. Let's see what all we get. Brian mentioned the backup cameras. We get a dampened open tailgate, which is really nice. We don't have the little cover here that gives you measurements, but it's okay. Right. You don't need measurements behind this truck. You still have cup holders. And that's for your C-clamps if you're, you know, I don't know, cutting something.
Sure.
Bottle openers, because you never know, you're going to party.
Priorities.
Brian, this one doesn't have it, but it does have 400 watts still, which is available. You can get 2,000 watts in particular trims and motor packages, and you can get up to 7,000 watts with the, you know, power boost. But that's not what we have today. Let's continue on into the interior. All right, Brian, let's check out the cab, or first off, look how much that door opens. Oh, door opens really wide, so it's easy to get in and out. It's also, Brian, when you fold these seats up, look how wide this is. Step back and look at that space, that opening. You can fit things in here that you're actually trying to transport or store or whatever you're trying to do. That's really nice. This one does not have the optional little tray to hold things in here, which is good and bad. You do have a little tray back here. You can put, you know, maybe tow straps or jumper cables back here. But once you fold it down, you pull a little strap, fold it back down, it's still access, which is good and bad. It does make it easier to get things just in and out if you just want to slide something there. Let's go ahead and, before we get in, let's check out the door. Nice cup holder, little middle cup holder or little bin, and then a bottom bin for your bottles, which is really nice.
That's a lot of storage.
Look, this is an XLT and it's padded.
Ooh, that is nice.
You don't have to get the platinum. All right, let's get in here. Get in here. You don't get a centerfold armrest. I do wish Ford did that with the F-150s. At least in this particular trim, you don't get that.
It's Lariats and up, get it. XLTs don't. That's the line.
Yeah, we wish that was an option here, but it's not. We do get rear ventilation here, which is nice. You can't control it, so you're kind of stuck with whatever the captain's got, but that's okay. That's what you get for being a kid. USB-A, USB-C, they've upgraded a little bit, and then 400 watts for your laptop, depending on what you're trying to do. And then an old school, you know, if you're trying to, you know, start smoking a cigarette.
If your kids are still smoking, you got
they might still be doing that. Who knows? Plenty of room. Look at this, Brian. There is tons of room. So much so, in fact, that I think you can get in here and be comfortable. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Look at that. Look, every pano, including Ford, does this to me. So I'm just telling you, don't get the pano. This is way better. Good job, Ford.
Okay, to the front. All right, get on to the captain's quarters. Let's check out this door first, Brian. The traditional F-150 where it cuts down. It started with the Super Duties years ago, and they've continued on to the F-150. I love that. It actually gives you more visibility when you're driving. And then, see the door handle? That doubles as two things. One, it's really easy to open. It makes sense where it's at. It's out of the way. And it's a phone holder. Look at that.
Look at that.
Okay, let's get on to the seat and get in here. Brian, we get the, you don't like the T-handle.
I don't, no.
And I'll be honest, I don't either.
Okay, better.
But you can actually get it to go out of the way, which is kind of nice because then you can do this, hold your Dr. Pepper.
This one doesn't have that option.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in some trims, you can fold this thing out and have a little work surface.
Sure, I get that.
This is more for, I don't know what it's for, but it folds down,
Okay.
and then it folds back up.
I think it holds Chick-fil-A bags when you're eating.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. So you can get all the crumbs in there. That'd be good.
Right.
I do wish you just had a console shifter up here, because then you get 2 more cup holders. But you know, whatever.
It's okay.
USB-A here, USB-C, and this particular package we get dual zone climate control. That's very nice, and we get the big screen. Look at that. That's really nice. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up and show the people what we get. This particular trim, we don't get a fully digital gauge cluster. We get analog gauges with a digital center cluster, which I love. This is actually, Brian, I think this is the sweet spot.
Yep,
approved sweet spot, because what you care about is this dial right here and the noise that comes with it. Here we go. Just, oh, thank you,
America.
We do get full set of gauges, and the best thing, Brian, is when you're actually in gear. See that? It tells you which gear you're in. You don't have to go to any crazy modes or any settings. You always know which gear you're in, whether you're towing or just putting around town. That's really handy and really nice. Wish more trucks did that.
Hey, Chevy, we're talking to you.
Yeah.
Hey, Toyota, we're talking to you.
Pay attention, Chevy. Yeah,
okay.
very good. Other than that, Brian, that's pretty much it. You do get the volume and tuning knobs and a real antenna, so you can actually tune something in. Plenty of storage and goodies over here. Enough of all that, Brian, though. Let's go give it the beans and see what it can do, because this thing rips and sounds great. All right, Brian, we're in the F-150, the new 5.0. This is the what generation?
Third gen.
Third gen 5.0. Makes how much horsepower?
400 horsepower.
Pretty good.
No turbos, no superchargers.
But it's got a sport sticker on the bed.
Well, that means you have sport mode too.
Hit it.
Load it, dump it. Oh my gosh!
This is not turbo?
Are you sure?
Are we in a Roush
Boom,
NASCAR?
60. What you got?
You gotta be kidding me. With me in the car, 6.16.
Holy crap. Do you know what it was without you?
What?
5.67.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
That's what 5 liters
Right.
of honest to goodness 8 cylinders and an aluminum body gets you.
Exactly. And 21 miles a gallon on the way here.
Yes, with a 331 actually.
With a 331 it did that launch. That was first and second gear. There's 8 more of them.
So Brian, speak to, in all seriousness, let's speak to what's happening there. You got a 10-speed transmission with sport mode. What is sport mode getting us? And because Ford has really figured that out.
It's mostly in valve pressuring for the valve body, and also it's locking the torque converter up on shifts. So instead of being like, that's, you know, for you guys to know, it's bam, bam.
Yeah.
So you get this really hard shift like you would in a manual transmission. So you get this kind of jump of the rotation mass of the motor when RPMs drop on gearing. So it lurches forward on shifts. It's a big deal.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
And look, outside of the car, it sounds like it's a NASCAR.
Actually,
it is
NASCAR,
awesome.
baby. NASCAR's back, baby.
Yes.
Look, we've debated this for ages. The whole time the channel's existed. 3.5 EcoBoost, 2.7 EcoBoost. Both are really surprisingly fast.
Yeah. Oh, they're really fast.
They're both very fast. 3.5 especially is fast.
Yes.
Right here. For me,
this just
right here.
This has the personality, and look, people also put Whipples on these things. Ford sells one now you can put on basically and not void your warranty.
Any Whipple under warranty, 725 horsepower.
Unbelievable. Also, get this thing before it's gone while they still make it. Yeah. That's basically where I'm at on this.
The Mustangs are volume 2.3 EcoBoost, and these are volume 2.7s.
Yeah.
That's just the world.
Look, Brian, we don't get these very often. It's not often that Ford would give us a 5.0. That's why we had to go to Schottenkirk.
Right.
So glad we got to drive the 5.0. Also, we usually get the Platinum or the Lariat, some gussied up trim. This is just an XLT Sport trim.
Yeah.
And look, we've driven all of them. We've driven the Silverado. We've driven the Tundras.
Right.
We got in this and we immediately said, what did we say when we got out of it?
Ford knows how to make a truck.
Yes.
And I think that's the best praise and only praise this truck needs.
Yeah.
I do need to wrap ride and drive real quick.
Yes.
These are the standard shocks, nothing Fox, nothing Rancho, nothing Multimatic.
Just normal.
It rides great. It rides real good.
And that's the thing about a half-ton crew cab truck. It's comfortable, it's quick, it's capable, it rides good.
You can road trip it, you can tow with it, you can off-road with it, you can drag race it apparently.
It's smooth.
I think that's it. Good job Ford, good job Coyote. I'm so glad this engine still exists. If you want one, get it.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe like everybody else tells you to.
Yeah.
Or don't. Most importantly, leave us a comment and let us know more what you think. Thanks.